What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. Today in this box, I'm going to go ahead and rip it open real quick. We have a dual portable monitor setup. So this is going to work for your laptop. I'm also going to test it out and see if it works for gaming. But these monitors are 1080p, IPS displays, 60 Hz, and they also offer HDR. So with that being said, let's get it open and see what they can do. And just like that, we got them out of the box. This is the S6 triple screen laptop extender. And that's really just two screens. I mean, triple because you're gonna be using one of your own. So let's go ahead and get this out of the box. We do a pretty good suction on that box as well. You get a nice foam little topper here to protect everything inside. It looks like you also get a decent little carrying case. This one appears to be kind of like leather. Try to smell it, see if it is leather. I can't quite tell. And then inside, we have the monitors themselves, and you get like this carbon fiber looking material on the outside. It actually looks pretty dang good. So we'll go ahead and put that here for now. Inside, we have a warranty certificate. We have a 1-year warranty, and if you register, you get a free gift. Again, the S6 user guide, so that's what these must be, is the S6. I'm not going to read this right now unless I run into any issues. We have a quick start guide, so that's what this looks like right here. It's going to let us know how to connect connections we have, which are on the bottom, and every cable we're going to need inside of here. So this one, USB-C to USB Type A with a Type C adapter on it. We have two identical cables that are going to be USB-C, Type A to Type C, Type A to Type C. We also get another HDMI to Type C, and this one is a C to C elbow connector. You get a C to C elbow connector and another C to C elbow connector. So we get a couple options on how to connect that. This must be maybe a kickstand. I might have to read the instructions. I honestly don't know what this thing is. And then this piece here. Well, it actually looks like it goes together. This must slide into here, just like that. Oh, and there we go. We have actually one display right here, and then this clips on. Oh, it must go across the back. So this will go like this. So I'm going to go ahead and actually figure out what I'm doing. We're going to get it set up, and we'll see you guys once we have it connected to my Mac, just to give you guys an idea of exactly what it looks like. And then I'm also going to go ahead and try to run it solo play with like a gaming console to see if maybe you could just use one of these hooked up to a Nintendo Switch or an Xbox. They're also super light, by the way. I think these are actually 1.2 pounds per monitor, so they're not going to add a lot of weight to your setup, especially if you are traveling where weight does matter. So with that being said, I'll see you when I have it connected to my MacBook. And here's what they look like when they are all set up. So they do stand independently on their own. They're not fastened to your laptop in any way, which I actually kind of like just because they're not going to cause any additional scuff, scraping, wear and tear on the display, and they're also not going to cause any wear and tear to the hinge mechanism of your laptop. They do kind of fit to whatever size you have, so if you have a smaller Mac or a laptop, you can adjust in a little further, or you can go all the way up to, I believe, a 17-inch display, which is quite large, maybe even a little bit bigger. This is the 14. You can see we have quite a bit of space on both sides here. These are adjustable. I did find out, if you look at this little thing right here, there was a back side, so you can actually adjust these into 7 different positions. So we can go ahead and rotate these down into a horizontal position, and you could use them this way. And I'll kind of give you guys the flip side view so you can see exactly what I'm looking at. And one other thing, they have a built-in speaker on both of these. It's not that good, but we'll do a little sound test to show you guys what that sounds like too. So this is what they look like when you are sitting in front of your computer. We have our left, our right, and our main screen, and I want to show you kind of a sample of what that audio would sound like. So I have some copyright-free music here from Epidemic Sounds, and this is the one it's playing on. So you can kind of hear it. It's not great. It does go a little bit louder, so let's max it all the way out. So like I said, it's not the best, but it's definitely not terrible. If you needed to use those speakers in a pinch, you could definitely get by. Another thing is that these are adjustable right in the display settings on your MacBook. So if we go into our settings, our display, we can adjust our resolution. We can choose to extend or mirror. We can go ahead and flip the rotation. So if we wanted to go ahead and put this in that vertical position, all we would have to do is go ahead and rotate it 90 degrees. And as you could tell, we have our menu bar up top, so we could just flip it this way, and that's what that would look like. So pretty easy to customize, change how you would like. there's also the arrangement. So you can go ahead and put, if you wanted to go ahead and maybe stack them to this side, you could go ahead and put the left one above the right one. And here's what it looks like from my point of view, which I kind of like this setup. You have your main display, so if you want to have any web conferencing or anything on your main screen, you have a stack setup that actually looks pretty dang good. So one other thing you could do if you didn't want to use the stack setup or that adjustable arm, these are adjustable, they can swivel, they can rotate, kind of like we showed you, but we can take this one entirely off and we can remove it from its little extension stand, and we could have like a shared desk setup if we wanted to, or if you just simply wanted to have more of a simple setup without using those additional pieces. Once I get the grooves lined up, there we go. You could go ahead and run more of like an A-frame type setup where we can have this one this way and this one this way, and now we have, you know, one on this side and one on this side. So kind of cool, gives you a bunch of different options. And because you do have that extender, you can actually stack them without having monitor arms or anything like that. So this does come in pretty handy as well. Another thing I was curious about is if you could connect this to a phone with USB-C. So I have my iPhone connected, and this is actually the only thing I was going to use as power bank, but it's actually running directly off my iPhone. I don't know how good that is for my battery, but it works. So if you wanted to just run a quick presentation on your phone or a quick video on your phone, you could definitely do that, but I would probably recommend plugging in a portable battery bank or something just to give a little extra juice so you don't kill your small battery on your device to power a display. If you can hear, it's also powering the speakers, which is pretty cool. Now, as far as how crisp and how sharp these displays look, how good the colors are, they are 1080p, so you are going to get a nice crisp display. It's not going to be 1440 or 4K sharp, but at the same time, you probably don't want it to be, especially because these are portable. Any more pixels you have to push, it's going to take a lot more battery, and it's going to go ahead and make your experience that much worse. On top of that, they are IPS displays, so they're not going to give you mind-blowing colors of like an OLED or a mini LED. I think they do look very, very good for what they are, especially because you do get a matte finish as well, which typically degrades the color a little bit more than a glossy screen. And when you're looking at this compared to the mini LED display on the MacBook Pro, which is known to have one of the best displays you can get on a laptop, I would say these stack up pretty good. Now, obviously, these are going to be great for workplace productivity because if you have a dual monitor setup at home, if you're traveling, you're probably going to miss those screens, and by being able to add two on the go, it's going to give you the same sort of setup, maybe a little bit smaller screens, but you're still going to have kind of the same functionality, the same flow you would have if you had your main setup from home with you on the go. But how do these stack up when you're gaming? Well, with these, you still get the 1080p display, which is going to output max resolution for like a Nintendo Switch. You're going to get 60 Hz, which most consoles still can output to 60 Hz, even if they are 1080p. Even the newest Xbox and PS5 are going to look good in HD at 60 Hz. So with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and find my Nintendo Switch. We're going to get that plugged in and see what it looks like. And just like that, we have the Switch connected. It is sitting right here, and I actually have them both running off of my battery bank. So we can see that the Switch is plugged into the C3 slot, and it's taking about 11 to 11.5 watts. And this monitor is plugged into C2, and we're taking about 4.4 watts for the monitor to be running, which would be about 9 watts if we were running on the MacBook, which explains why the battery was dying a lot faster. So yeah, as you guys can tell, the gameplay looks great, the colors are good, and the reason I grabbed the Switch in the first place was because I wanted to see if we could run entirely without an outlet at all. Since these are portable monitors, if you have a portable battery bank, could you run a more portable device like the Switch? And the answer is yes. So obviously, if you wanted to use like an Xbox or a PlayStation, you'll have to be somewhere where there's an outlet. But still, you could easily bring two monitors to a friend's house, and you could each have a little display to hook up wherever you wanted, which is pretty dang convenient. And if you wanted to run like a headset, obviously that's going to sound better than this on its own, but the fact that these do have built-in speakers is also a 1+ for me. And there it is, guys. That is my review on the S6 setup from Alecewey. With this, you are getting a pretty light setup. They work together really well. They have, oh my goodness, I almost dropped it. They have a nice integrated system. So this one has the little rubber feet. This one has the notches where you can easily put them together for travel. They are magnetic, so they stick together really well. So if you are someone who travels a lot on the go, I can see this being a really good asset for you. Or if you just want to have a simple solution to add more to your work setup without having to purchase a larger monitor and have a more portable solution where you can go to and from the office with ease, I think this would be helpful. And if you are someone who games on the go a lot, I could see maybe some benefit from that, but if you have a main monitor at home or a TV, I would still prefer gaming on that over a small 15-inch display. But, I'm going to leave that up to you. So if you have any questions, if you want to know any more information, I will have this all linked in the description down below. You can ask questions in the comments. And also, if you guys like the video, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up. Maybe subscribe if you want to see some more stuff like this. And also, if you want to see anything specific, if I can get my hands on it, let me know in the comments. I'll go ahead and do a review on that as well. But as always, guys, thanks so much for watching. If you made it all the way to the end, I look forward to seeing you guys on another video. Hopefully this was helpful. Take care. See you guys later.